All right, it has been a minute since I pressed record on the camera, and I have had to restart this a few times because I feel like I am like out of practice. I think it's literally only been a week since I took a break and from making videos, but when you're on like this hamster wheel of constantly doing it, it becomes literally second nature. And so even just taking off a week of making videos is so jarring, and I feel like I'm on a first date again with you guys. So hello, welcome back to my channel. I'm gonna dive in because I've been putting off this laundry for so long. In fact, I find these folding and chatting videos like actually necessary to my everyday existence. I don't get things done in terms of laundry if I don't press record. So thank you for being here with me, and this is your cue if you want to pause the video and head over to your pile of laundry or whatever chore you've been putting off. Do it now so that I can keep you company while you do it. Otherwise, sit back, relax, and enjoy my yapping. I'm diving in. Like I said, I have so much to do. She's so cute. So much to get done, and this has been staring at me in the hallway for the last week. So hi, welcome back. I think, yeah, Happy New Year. I haven't, I've been putting out podcasts on Monday, but I haven't made a video in the new year, and I'm so happy to be back at it. You know, I took the time to sort of reflect on what I wanted this year to look like, not only professionally, but also in my personal life, how I wanted my friendships to expand and grow, and what I wanted my relationship with my family to feel like, and where I could be better at things. You know, I'm super heady, and I really take my job as a human, as a wife, as a daughter, as a friend, as a creator, like seriously. And so I needed some time to just step back and like breathe, rest, reset, and get excited about this year. So here we are. And in doing so, I really just want to evaluate, okay, what are we doing here on this channel? How is this going to continue to grow and change? And how can I provide you guys with content that is fun and fresh and authentic? And I feel like maybe I sound like a broken record, but again, it's the new year, and I feel like it's the perfect time to assess. And I'm sure I will continue to do that throughout the year, because that's what content creators do. We're constantly creating and, you know, looking for feedback and this and that, but it was just a good time to like take a break. So over the week in between Christmas and New Year's, we did a lot of like nothing, literally. Like Jeff's mom was here over Christmas, and I made a video talking about what I got for Christmas, and I explained some of that that time. But then in between, like we really just like, gosh, I feel like we did a lot of laying around. We saw friends, we ate a lot, which was fun. I feel like I've eaten more French fries in the last week than I have in all of 2022, and I'm not mad about that. Will I continue that into this year? Most likely. I'm on a French fry kick right now. By the way, Nordstrom's Cafe, hands down the best French fries I've had in a long, long time. If you can get yourself over to there, they have like, they're like rosemary French fries. Big rosemary fan. Anyways, more rosemary in 2023. So I think I was watching, I think it was Trish that was mentioning in one of her videos that she's just like assessing what she's doing. I think it's on her vlogging channel, about like what she wants that to look like. And I felt that. I was like, yes, what do I want this to look like? And you know, I have moments, if I'm being totally forthright, where I'm just like, whoa, you all, I like, should I just like burn this all down and walk away? This will lead me now to what I was gonna say, which is no, but I definitely like want to make sure I continue to be as authentic and honest as possible on this channel, because when I'm not doing that, and when I'm just like going along with emotions and just like pressing record because I feel like I have to, and this is part of my job, it's not enjoyable, and it's probably not enjoyable to watch either. And so no, I don't want to light the match and walk away, because I genuinely, when I'm clicked in, when I'm being honest, when I'm having fun, when I'm making the jokes that I want to make and not feeling like I need to edit myself, or when I'm saying the things that I want to say and not feeling like, oh God, what is someone going to judge me for that? Like when I'm being as authentic as fucking possible, I love being here, and the response seems to reflect that as well, that you guys are enjoying being here. So the goal of 2023 here on this channel is to be as authentic to myself, to my interests, and to my truth as possible. And in doing so, hopefully that feeds into the authenticity of my followers, and you guys feel like you're here because you want to be here and not because you subscribed years ago and you feel obligated. Although thank you if you do, if you just watch because you feel like you need to support me. That's the most precious thing I've ever heard, but I want you to enjoy this experience as well. Last week also I was doing a voiceover job, and so it was like the perfect time to just take a break from YouTube and conquer that job. People are always asking me, those real nice people always asking me out there, how do you survive? You can't possibly just do YouTube as a job, which, like, whenever I hear that, it kind of burns, because there was a time when YouTube was like my primary job. But you are correct, I do have to hustle other work as well. And so I was doing a voiceover gig last week, and it was really fun, and I really do love that. But I will say, I still like crave making content and speaking like this with you guys, like just being open. And I don't know, I can talk to you guys for literally hours, and I feel like I should never let that go. That is such a rare, weird skill, and such a rare, weird joy that I get, that, like, why would I ever stop doing that? If I can sustain this channel and also hustle my voiceover work and other things, then what a full life and what a full joy I could have. How am I supposed to? So on the horizon, I still have my podcast going. We are taking a beat from recording episodes because we have, since I started uploading, I listen to you guys. Like I said, I really take your feedback seriously, and I listened to you guys, and you wanted the full episodes up on YouTube. And so that started happening at episode 10. So we do have 9 episodes that haven't been released on YouTube. You might have seen clips from them, but unless you're on the Patreon, you haven't seen the full thing. So I'm gonna start to release every Monday, I think, those episodes. So we have like a backlog of those. So those are coming out. And pending on how those do, and if you guys are enjoying them, and if you want to see more, then we will start to record again another season. It was just getting crazy because we were recording so much and we had so much backlogged that it was like too much. And I have realized this year that I have a tendency to do a lot all at once, like throw a bunch of things at the wall in hopes that all of it sticks. I think the saying is throw the spaghetti at the wall and hope that, but in doing so, sometimes I feel like, one, it's too much for me as a little human, but also then the quality of it all, I'm sometimes choosing quantity over quality, and I feel like that ultimately doesn't bring me joy, and maybe doesn't bring you joy either. So I'm trying to kind of pare back a little bit in terms of how much I'm doing on a weekly basis in terms of content creation, but making sure that what I am putting out feels good, is being received great, well, and it all feels simpatico. So if you haven't seen those episodes, make sure that you continue to check them out on Mondays. I really appreciate the feedback. I appreciate the comments. I just appreciate the interaction, and it helps me let me know in what direction the podcast should go, or if it should go, or just what are the next steps there. This is all new for me in terms of podcasting, so I'm having fun experimenting with it, and again, open to suggestions and open to change. I think this year is just hey y'all, I'm open to change. I don't have to do things the same way I always do. I don't have to, constantly compare myself to others. I'm trying to be present and really hone in on what brings me joy. And I hope with me just saying all this that you're maybe being able to take a piece of what I'm saying and use it in your life and your circumstances. I obviously am always talking about myself on this channel because it's just me here. But the purpose of me chatting is hopefully that you can like grab a piece of what I'm saying and apply it to your life, or at least like, it's a fire truck kind of day. It is raining here in LA, and when it rains in here in LA, like the fire trucks are back and forth because nobody knows how to drive in the rain, including myself. So anyways, what I was trying to say is like, the purpose of me just like spouting all my feelings and thoughts are in hopes that maybe it resonates with you in one way or another about something that you're trying to sort of sort out, or goals that you're setting as you enter into this new year. You know, I talked about picking, I think it was actually in the last sit down video, in the last folding video, I was talking about resolutions and my theory, or rather like my hesitation with the full on resolution, and rather just like choosing a word or a mantra to sort of live by. And so Jeff and I were discussing that, and I was trying to land on one. And of course it took me, because I have trouble making decisions, it took me a few days post New Year's to figure it out. But my word this year is evolve. At first it was change, but I think the word evolve works a little bit better in terms of what I am trying to encompass. I'm trying to be open to change. Change is really hard for me. I'm very fearful of change. I feel like I react with a lot of anxiety to change, but I do ultimately know that change is so necessary, and change usually leads to something so wonderful, even if at the time it feels so scary. But this year I want to be open to it, and I feel like I've been really stuck in my ways because it's comfortable, and it gives me a sense of control, but ultimately it's not really making me that happy. Like, if I'm not seeing movement and evolution of what I'm doing, then I'm just stuck. And so I'm trying really hard this year to embrace change, to try change, to encourage change, and to enjoy the change. And with that comes like evolution, evolving, and like stepping into what's next. So that's sort of where I'm at, and how I'm trying to operate with everything that I'm doing, including this channel. So, you know, my instinct is, hi, I'm so sorry to bother you. Should we just not fold laundry? My instinct is like, okay, let's get back to like doing the same routine each week, and each day will be the same thing. And like, it might take me a while to kick out a different schedule and have new ideas, but eventually I think you're going to start seeing some new content on my channel that maybe I was either too afraid to do before, or uninspired to do, or felt like, oh, it was outside of the box and maybe it wouldn't perform as well. It's like, well, Lisa, I mean, it's not like I'm like killing it on here. I might as well try some new stuff. So you know, bear with me. Oh my god, she's literally sitting on like the rock, the center of the whole thing. So just like stay tuned, and I hope maybe that inspires you guys too, to be open to change and to new things, especially if you are a creature of habit. Also, I have a huge announcement to make for you guys. I just need to wait a little bit longer, so bear with me as we enter into this next phase of our lives together, shall we? Also, guys, there's a new season of The Bachelor coming out. As you know, if you've been following me for a while, I have been sort of I wanted to say in the Bachelor world, but like kind of. So a long time ago, before the Bachelor franchise really got into figuring out how to do social media and how to do content creation, they hired me to be the host of their after show, and it was really super fun. And then they're like, oh, it makes better sense to have actual people from the show host the podcast or host the after show. Like, they kind of like got smart to how to like make better numbers and how to make better content, and like, good on them. It kind of hurt because I really enjoyed that job, but ultimately it makes sense to me, and I feel like they're killing it with like all the extra content around the show. Anyhow, but because of that, I had met a lot of people in the franchise, and I'm going to be going on Nick Viall's podcast again on Monday. So if you see me on that, on his channel, I guess that'll go up on Tuesday, please go give it some love. Every time you guys give that show love when I'm on it, and like, it literally means the world to me. So thank you in advance for that. And so anyways, I'm like sort of on the outskirts, but still in the Bachelor world. And I know that there's a lot of Bachelor YouTube channels, Bachelor fan accounts, Bachelor podcasts. There's a lot of content surrounding The Bachelor. And for a while there, Jeff and I were doing a not so sober drunk, or a not so sober after show. That became impossible because what we were doing, we did not set ourselves up for success, although we had a good time. What we would do is we would watch the show and we would drink during it, and then we would do like a review afterwards. So we had already had a lot to drink, and they turned out so funny, but then we wanted to get it up in time, like in a timely manner, which like credit to all the podcasts and all the content creators who do specifically Bachelor stuff. They literally like must work overnight to make sure that their content comes out the morning after the show, which is insane. Like, that's a quick turnaround considering the show is so long. Nowadays, like, the show sometimes runs 3 hours, which is like bonkers. So anyways, so we would do that, but then we would edit it all night long, and it was just like, it became unmanageable. And also like, we just couldn't drink that much. Shocking, I know. So, oh my god, you're still cute. So anyways, hi. Hi, I'm so sorry. But a lot of you guys really enjoyed that, and I feel like the majority of you, that is an assumption, a lot of you watch The Bachelor. So if you do, let me know in the comments below. Maybe there is a version in which I can do a commentary, a weekly commentary on The Bachelor once it comes back. I could do it with a co-host. I was thinking about pulling in a friend to do it, but part of me feels like maybe I should just do it myself if that's of interest to you guys. I know it's kind of a specific niche thing, but I do feel like a lot of you guys watch that show and might be interested in that. So let me know. And because I am sort of tapped into that community, it might even be fun to have some guests of the show call in. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. Okay, yeah, I'm so sorry, sweet girl. But again, the people that like do those like are like full time. Like, there's some like Instagrams that I follow that like, they're like full time Bachelor like gossip pages, and I mean, it's just like full-time job, and like, I definitely am not that committed and don't want that to be my entire life. Props to them. I enjoy their content. I get all my news and gossip on the franchise from them, but that's certainly not what I'm here to do. But I definitely would love to give my 2 cents about it. I do have a try-on video coming, and I think I'm gonna continue to do some subscription box tryouts. Like, I don't know about you guys, but I talked about this in terms of great gifts, but I am fascinated with the subscription box model. I think it's super smart, and I feel like there's so many options in terms of fashion stuff, but I guess also lifestyle stuff. But so I've been doing but so is not, that's not how you should connect a sentence. I have been doing the Newly try-ons, and I have a new Newly subscription that came through, and I think that you guys will be interested in seeing the items that I picked for the season. But I also, I got hit up by Stitch Fix, and I was thinking, ooh, you know what? I have a memory of a lot of people asking about Stitch Fix, and I'm always curious about Stitch Fix. And as it turns out, my brother uses it, which I was like kind of shocked about, and also one of my good friends, and they rave about it. So I was thinking about giving that a go and letting you guys know if it's worth it. And so if there's any other subscription-based companies that you're interested in, whether it be clothing or lifestyle or like a gifting thing, like I told you I did a KiwiCo box for my niece, I'm here to try this stuff out for you so you don't have to. So let me know certainly about that. I'm working on trying to be a little bit better on Instagram stories in terms of giving you swipe up options for shopping links, etc. I enjoy watching those. And so I definitely think that creating them would be really fun. And as the year goes on, if we continue to live in this place, we definitely have some projects in mind that we want to do here, some changes that we need to make, some cosmetic, and some we actually might need to actually like do some build outs in here just to change up the space a little bit and make it a little bit more functional for us. So if you're interested in seeing that sort of stuff as well, that's coming to you. I also have a weird question or a weird idea. I have been struggling with understanding finances, but full transparency, guys, I never really learned how to properly manage or do my taxes, or like, I just sort of, I don't know, I just sort of never learned and kind of have just been fumbling through. And I definitely get help by hiring a CPA to do my like yearly taxes, but beyond that, like a lot of this information is a little bit over my head, and I'm trying to learn and I'm trying to be better about investments. I don't know if you can see, but I'm like reading a book right now. Like I'm just like trying to educate myself, and I know maybe I'm like so many years behind, but whatever. I'm here to say, like, if you feel like you have no idea what you're doing in terms of money and in terms of like managing your money, I am here to say that I don't either, and that you're not alone. So I thought it would be kind of interesting. I just have to figure out a format or a person to interview or something that isn't like totally snooze fest and like off-putting, which is why I think I've been so like, I've had such an aversion to it, because a lot of the information is just like feels so heavy and monotonous and like definitely goes over my head. So if there's like kind of like a fun way to learn and work through it together, I don't know. That's like a half-baked idea, but there's something to that. I'm wondering if any of you guys would be interested in that, as well as astrology. Guys, I think I'm gonna make an appointment for an astrologer. I haven't done it, but I got referred to this woman who's way too expensive for me. She does like sort of, she does astrology like for all things, but I think her focus is on like work life and kind of helping you figure out like where your like path should go, or where like, I don't know, inspire you in terms of like work life. It's literally just what I said. Anyways, but she has like apprentices working under her that are a lot more affordable. And so I thought it would be so interesting to do a session. I don't know if I can like legally record that and share it, but I can definitely write it all down and then retell it to you guys. I want to get into more of the metaphysical conversations on this channel because I love that shit. And if you think I'm weird, by all means, you're right. But also, I have a feeling a lot of you guys are also on board with that kind of stuff. So anyways, I'm just rambling at this point, and the pile certainly does not seem to be getting any smaller, but let's pose a few questions. And if you've gotten this far, you're wonderful, and I'm curious to know how your chores are going. But I'm gonna ask 5 questions, and I would love for you to answer them in the comments below. I love an interactive moment. 1, did you set a resolution and or a word for this year? If so, are you willing to share? 2, when you go on YouTube, what kind of video are you most inclined to click on? 3, when you watch a try-on video, is it because it's just entertaining to you, or are you actually interested in the products you're seeing? 4, what TV show are you currently watching that you are obsessed with? And 5, what like general subject or specific subject are you interested in that you feel like isn't properly represented here on YouTube? I can't wait to read your comments. I'm always just so amused by all of y'all. I appreciate you greatly. I'm gonna stop yapping even though I still have so much to get through. But I guess I could literally press record for next week's folding video. But by all means, you know that there is a whole nother thing of laundry ready to be done. I literally just did a clean out of my closet, like a giant clean out of my closet, and the fact that there's still so many clothes is kind of insane. I could probably use one more swoop of cleaning out. But there you have it, y'all. And love you guys so very much. I'm happy to be here in the new year with you and to evolve together and see what this year brings for us. So thank you for your continued support. I love and adore ya, and I will see you tomorrow.